Good morning, Bravo staff. So, as an English teacher, I like to finish my year setting up the students with a mini portfolio. And over the years, I've had them learn how to write a cover letter, a resume, and their personal statement. I figure it's 11th grade. They should have these kinds of things percolating before they get to a senior. So I would have this handout, and then I would have this handout for them to do a personal evaluation and answer some prompts. And then I would have this template for a resume that they could follow. And then I would have this template for a cover letter that they could follow. But that's all in the past. In the present, when we think about the reality of teaching remotely and incorporating the ISTE standards for students, I went under the creative communicator and I found two that made sense to the project that I was doing with them. And it helped me reshape that into the project going forward that I'll do with them throughout the course of the year. And that's students create original works and students publish or present content, customizing that message for the medium of their intended audiences. These ISTE standards all have little videos that are associated with them that can give you a little bit more information. A lot of them are geared towards elementary grades, but I think the message is sort of clear. And so I decided that what I was going to have my students do instead of a paper handout that now we can't really do, I'm not going to print stuff out and mail it to the kids. It's very impractical. We can do things digitally in a way that we've never done it before. And I'm preaching to the choir, I know, you all know this. But what I've done in reimagining my curriculum for next year is rather than have them create a paper folder that has resume, cover letter, personal evaluation, letters of recommendations, samples of their work, their first or maybe second draft of their personal statement, I'm going to have them instead build a website. Build a website from the beginning of the year and rebrand my curriculum to fit into their portfolio website. And there are a variety of free sites that allow students to create at no charge. They'll have some ads on their final project, on their final product, but it's still a pretty good start. Wix has one for free. Weebly has one for free, or has several, I should say. Both of them have several. And there's also WordPress and Squarespace that they can use. There are a variety of YouTube tutorials that help teach the kids how to do it if we're not present. And often, because of the nature of digital learning, a lot of the stuff that's going to happen in their education is going to happen without us being present in the same way that we are in the classroom, so they can have these resources. So I've curated some sources: how to write a resume for students and new graduates, how to write cover letters for internships, first year writing prompts for kids that are going to apply to colleges. These types of things, I think, will allow our students to maybe feel a little bit more engaged. In my English classes, the essays will now become blogs. When they're writing an essay about a book, it'll become a book review. The types of things that we're really used to seeing in websites, now the students can populate them. In my film class, rather than have the students submit their films, I have them create a sizzle reel of their films so that they can put them on a resume site or a portfolio site or a CV site. Same with my journalism students. Instead of them just writing for vital signs, now they'll be writing and creating content for their own site, which we can then link. The beauty of Schoology is we can create a discussion page where the students can upload the links, and then everybody in the class can continually comment, critique, suggest, evaluate each other's websites in a way that is much more relevant now that we're remotely learning than when we were on campus and we could just exchange people's personal statements, exchange students' work for different peer evaluation sessions. And apart from that, when the students have this kind of an assignment that lives on beyond the classroom, their website will continue to exist after they've left my English class from 11th grade, and then they can add to it with new things. They can add reports from other classes. They can add resources that they've curated themselves and they want to make comments on. They can add a variety of things so that this is a project that's not worth an A through F grade. It's not for a class that's going to give them 5 credits. It's for themselves, for them to create their own digital footprint on the internet and be in charge of it and be the masters of their own brands, which is what their names are. All right. Thanks for listening. Hope you're all well. Stay safe.